Morning, everyone. Today we are going to be carrying on with our class text of France Unpacked, and we're going to turn today to page 10 in our books, which is the fruit of the earth. So here we go. France may no longer be a nation of farmers, but it has 500,000 farms that still employ almost 800,000 people directly. 800,000 people. It's an awful lot of people. Over 1/3 of France's land is given over to farming and makes up 1/6 of all farmland in the European Union. The country's large size, its mild range of climates and fertile soils allow it to produce huge amounts of crops and rear large numbers of livestock. So we have a little no-way fact here. So in 2010, a single bottle of wine from Bordeaux, a Chateau Cheval Blanc, 1947 vintage, sold at auction for £192,000. One bottle of wine sold for £192,000. So wine time. Grapes have been grown to make wine in France for over 2,500 years. Along with Italy, it is one of the world's biggest wine producers. All French regions from Burgundy to Loire produce different types of wine due to its soil, climate conditions, and types of grapes grown. The famous Bordeaux region alone produces 850 million bottles of wine a year. So one region in France produces 850 million bottles of wine a year. Surprising that much wine can be drunk. So regional specialities. Different regions of France are renowned for different products, from fruit orchards in the Garonne and Rhone valleys to large crops of wheat and other cereals in the north and centre of the country. Cows and sheep are common in France, as are goats, whose milk is used to make cheese. Almost 300 million chickens, ducks, and geese are reared every year in France too. So, rural life. 60 years ago, around 1/3 of the population worked on farms. Since that time, many farms have been merged together so that farm machinery can do jobs more efficiently. Now, there are more than 1.2 million tractors that work in the country. Thousands of people moved from the countryside to the cities, leaving some villages struggling, whilst others have looked to attract tourists keen on sampling French rural life. So I've got a couple of questions for you guys. You get your pen and paper ready so you can write the questions down. The first question is, how much did the single bottle of wine sell for at auction? So that is, how much did the single bottle of wine sell for at auction? Number 2, how many bottles of wine do the famous Bordeaux region produce a year? So that is, how many bottles of wine do the famous Bordeaux region produce a year? And final question, how many tractors are at work in the country? How many tractors are at work in the country? So if you write your answers down for me and submit them all to Tapestry, I look forward to seeing your answers and hopefully get to see you soon, guys. See you later.